Hello Patriots, Barley Pop here. Um, did my first video earlier today, and there at the end of the video I was trying to find this picture right here. And Q or an Anon, I can't remember which, linked to this picture. I believe it was Q. And, the speculation is that this is a security camera at the Epstein Island, okay? And so you can see there are 16 channels. So apparently we're not able to see but just a portion of the screen. And what we have is security, closed loop security. And we're going to expand this and we're going to roam around a little. So you can see people in these pictures, and none of it seems to look normal. It's hard to pick out and tell what any of this stuff is. Dining room possibly here. Definitely stairway leading down. Tunnels possibly. And again here we have stairways leading down. Okay, and here we can see one of the first pictures where people are sitting on buckets. You got to wonder what this is, the light. And you see this person here. What kind of, I mean, this appears to have some clothes on, but it doesn't look normal. All right, so here's another room where everybody's sitting on buckets. And if, and people are speculating that it looks, especially if you look right here, this person looks to be completely naked. You can see the outline of their rear end there. Now, this one doesn't appear to be completely naked. But again, these are some really grainy, fuzzy pictures, and hard to tell what it is exactly you're looking at. So here's obviously a female. You can tell by the bosom. Here we've got stairs leading down. People speculated that these are human skulls. You can't see that. That's just a guess. This picture here I've looked at over and over and over and tried to decide what it is we're looking at. I can't decide. Okay, the floor is something I look at. Can't tell if that's just a pattern in some carpet or if that is actually some holes in a floor. Here we have what looks like an individual. You can't really make anything out. There's some kind of really bright light source right here, almost like in a doctor's office or something, and you know that is a light source. You see the shadow off of a person's head right here, and there's a lot of things you can speculate. Looks like right there looks like maybe a split in somebody's head. This is an arm. Here we got a leg here, and then we got some kind of an obstruction right here blocking the rest of it. And again, very grainy, very hard to tell what you're looking at. This picture here, somebody drew a line around this right here and these two dots right here, and they said, hey, it's an alien in that picture. Come on, guys. You can't see nothing. And then here again, we got, I don't know, what, people standing in line or something there. You can't tell what it is. But this is the one right here that gets my attention the most. Now you look closely. You see a girl's hair right here. You see her leg right here. She does not appear to be wearing any clothes. And you can see a man's head right here. White shirt, black pants going underneath the female. This is definitely a provocative act. This is the only picture out of all of them that in my mind I can see and tell something of what is going on. There is a female straddling a man who is laying down. Now there's another individual here, probably a man. Again, you've got weird lighting in the rooms. But this right here is the one, the picture, that tells me we are looking at a security cam in a place where abnormal things are going on. Very abnormal. Um, and again, this is the only other picture where you can really make anything out. These people appear to be sitting at a table. There's a projection screen in the back. Looks like maybe some cartoons on it. Um, here's some more people around a table. You know, people are speculating, but you just can't see what it is. Maybe some of these 8chan guys have got some good enough skills they can clear it up, but this is actually one I pulled off of 8chan. An anonymous user posted it, and he blew it up a little bit. The reason I couldn't find it earlier was because it was a link to the Instagram of Rachel Chandler, and as we have discussed before, it has been set to private. So I find this really interesting, especially this down here in this bottom right corner, because that is the only picture of all of them that I have really any idea what is going on in the room. The rest of them, it's a lot of speculation. There's something definitely abnormal going on here, unless, of course, it's a titty bar and the man's just getting him a lap dance, but she does not appear to be wearing bottoms either. Um, so, you know, there's a lot of stuff like that that you find when you are looking through these 8chan boards. These guys are really good. They come up with all kinds of funny stuff. They come up with you know, factual stuff that's not funny, that's scary. But if you really want to dig into the Q post, you really want to know what some of this stuff means, it helps. And so, for example, this is an original Q post right here by the QAnon himself or their self or whatever type of entity we're dealing with. And so when you're looking at one of these, up here it shows all the posts that have been made after it that reference this Q post, which means they are replying to this post. And so you can get up here and you can hover over each one, and everybody's got a little something to say, and some of them are just, you know, being real generic, and some of them are saying, you know, asking questions of Q, and some of them are actually leading you. See here, right there's one. That is how I found the picture that I was looking for. This person actually posted the picture instead of a link, and so the image is actually saved where we can look at it, even though Rachel Chandler's Instagram has been set to private, and you can no longer go and look at it unless, of course, you're Eminem, P. Diddy, or Bill Clinton, or probably Jeffrey Epstein and that Ghislaine Maxwell. They've probably all got access to it and check it out anytime they want to. They may even have some kind of special access. But you see, these guys are all responding to this Q post, and it's pretty neat to go through. It takes some time, and a lot of times you find something really important that you want to share, and then when you go back to find it, you can't remember where you saw it at because there is so much stuff, and you get led so far around. Okay, and so we're going to take a pause right here, and I'm going to take a minute and figure out where we're going next. Okay. We are looking at this. All right, so on the earlier video, I missed a point with this Victoria Roberts Giuffre, or however you spell her last or pronounce her last name. It's Giuffre. This is a really interesting point that I missed. I meant to catch in this article where she's issued a lawsuit against Epstein, claiming he sexually exploited her and handed her off to friends of his. I mean, we all know the names of these these men and women that were frequenting the Lolita Express, headed out to the Orgy Island. Randy Andy and Mr. BC. But the part that gets me, that makes this article really interesting, is that here's where she says, at age 15, she lived with her father in Palm Springs, where they worked at Donald Trump's country club. She claims to have met Ghislaine Maxwell at the country club. She was apparently working there, recruiting girls right out of Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. That is really odd to me. How does all of this come around and end up tying back to our president? Okay, so the implications are interesting, to say the least. Dangerously close to Trump, yes. Virginia claims that she was employed at Mar-a-Lago Trump's winter home when Maxwell approached her. I'm not sure where this goes, but I don't like it. Actually, what I'd like to think is that Trump possibly realized what Epstein and Maxwell were up to during this time. I don't find it any way possible that he was playing party into any of this. Yes, maybe he rode that airplane one time. Yes, maybe he visited that island one time. But, how many times have you ever been talked into riding somewhere with a friend of yours and you got there and you said, holy crap, where in the hell did I just end up? And all you could do was wait. You just couldn't wait to get out of there, and you just knew you was never going to go back. So the only reports they have on Trump is that he went one time, and he probably figured out what was going on at that time and got the hell out of it. And I would like to think, see, we're talking, this was written in 2011, and so here she is in 2001, talking 17 years ago. So I would like to think that somewhere around this time was when Trump started getting wise to what these people were up to. And maybe at that point is when he decided to start working towards and figuring out a way to do away with these Satanists, to do away with their practices. But it takes a long time. When you got the deep state involved, you got all these tentacles of the New World Order wrapping around the whole world. You can't blame a guy because he didn't do something right then and there. If he had of, they would have just took him out pretty quick, and there wouldn't have been much he could do about it. But I would like to think that this article is pointing us back to the time and place where Trump figured out one of the worst things that these people were up to. And I would like to think that he's almost there, that he's almost got them wiped out, and I would like to think that we are winning this war. Patriots, signing out. Barley Pop, thank you.